another vlog. It is week 2 vlog of the November writing challenge that I am taking part in, where I try to write 50,000 words in 30 days. And it's gone well so far, but purely because I was making the most of the 1st and the 2nd of November, where they fell on a weekend, and I got ahead, and lucky I did, because the last couple of days haven't gone quite to plan. If you are new here, hi, I'm Marie. I'm a steamy romance author. You need to go and grab your favourite drink, snuggle up, and come be an author with me. If you have seen the previous vlogs, you would have seen that I already hit low motivation on day 4. On the 4th of November, I did not want to write, and that sort of threw me for 6. I think it was because I had a bout of insomnia. I had started to feel a little bit unwell, and I got to the evening when I should be writing, and I really didn't want to. Now, technically, I'm ahead of the goal and I'm ahead of the plan, but I want to write every single day in the month of November, as well as hitting my goals of an average of 1,667 words every day, or across a week, 12,500 words. So the last couple of days haven't gone quite as I was expecting, and if you haven't seen the last vlog, you might want to go back and check that out and see what actually happened. I had plans to be a little bit further ahead than I currently am, and you would have just seen shots that I recorded this morning, and it is now 5 hours later. I'm saying hello to you for the first time, and that is purely because I have spent the whole day editing my vlog. It always takes me so much longer than I was expecting. It's definitely getting quicker, but yeah, I wanted to write 4,000 words today. How many words have I written today? Do you want to ask me that? A big fat 0. No words written today. It's quite a difference, isn't it? So this is what I was talking about with the fact that I need to write, and I need to write a lot of words, and I need to try to get ahead for slumps like this. Now, it is the 6th of November, and I'm worrying about the disparity between what I was hoping to get and what I've actually been able to get. I have about 30 minutes before I have to go and pick my boys up from school. So if there's going to be any writing done today, it is going to be in the evening again when the boys are in bed. My husband has got another work event, so I can do some evening writing. And I think that's just what I'm going to have to do. I didn't want to. I wanted to get 4,000 words done just, during the normal day. We're rolling with the punches, and we're not going to let it affect us. That's the plan. Anyway, my starting word count for this vlog is 11,970 words, and I was gutted in the last vlog that I didn't just write 30 extra words to get 12,000, but I did manage in the last vlog to open my first 10,000 reward, and I'm really hoping that within the next 7 days I should be able to open another reward, because I should hopefully hit 20,000 words and unlock that reward. And what am I writing? I am writing the last book in my current series. It's the Serenity Sand series. It's a steamy beach romance series, small town, rom-com. I am loving it. And the second book in the series is actually releasing on Thursday the 13th of November, which is when this vlog should go up, which is crazy to me. This is all very unplanned. I wasn't going to be doing the November writing challenge when I set up that pre-order. And then I decided to do that so that I could finish the series before the end of the year. And it just also happens to be falling in the month of November when I'm trying to do weekly vlog uploads and writing 50,000 words, when I haven't been consistent this whole year in writing and releasing a new book. Well, sometimes you just have to go with it, right? And we're making the most of it, and I'm trying my best, and that's all that I can do. But if you do love your small town rom-coms, you love enemies to lovers vibes, you can go and check that out. All the details will be in my bio links. It's just a lovely little fun read. So we've got a busy week ahead of us because of that release. I have to make sure everything is running for that release, that I'm doing it, all of my obligations that I've got set up, posting content about it. It just takes up a lot of brain space, and writing a book takes up a lot of brain space, and everything takes up a lot of time. So we'll see what we can get done. The release will take priority over writing, so I'm really hoping it doesn't have too much of a detrimental effect to my writing. If it does, it does. We will deal with that. There is still time. I've still got, after the release, half of a month to get back on track if I need to. But that is enough talking. I'm going to go and pick up the boys, have a little bit of a chilled afternoon, put them to bed, and hopefully be back for some writing. Fingers crossed. Come and hang out with me this week when we hopefully get all of the goals achieved. should have written earlier. It is Friday evening and the lack of motivation for these evening writing sessions is, yeah. I don't want to write. I've got no words written today though, so I definitely want to be doing a writing sprint. I'm just going to try and do one, see what I get done, and then hopefully catch up a little bit during the weekend. I'm not overly hopeful. I don't have loads of spare time like I did the first weekend, but I think I can write more, not in the evenings. These evening sessions are just a little bit rubbish. So I'm just going to do one, be chill, and then enjoy the rest of Friday evening, partying it up. Whoop whoop. Morning. I have really been struggling with evening writing sessions, and this morning, for some unknown reason, I woke up an hour and 15 minutes before my alarm, and I took it as a sign that I should just wake up and do 30 minutes writing and try to see what words I can get down. So I have my coffee. I've got my fluffy dressing gown on again. The house is dark and quiet, and we're going to see what we can do with 30 minutes of writing and see if I can get them done in the morning rather than in the evening, and whether I can hit my goals that way. Good morning. I just wanted a quick little catch up after that morning writing session where I was so tired and still really groggy from sleep. The caffeine definitely didn't hit quick enough. My fingers felt really heavy on the keyboard. And I was just adding in extra letters in places. It was a slow writing session for 30 minutes, 761 words. And I actually did an extra 10 minutes. So in total, I got 1,144 words. So I'm quite happy with that because that's what I wanted, my original plan to get 12,500 words in a week. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do 1,000 on a Monday. But as I was going through this weekend, Sunday, I just got like no words down. I was thinking I was going to write during a birthday party that my son had to go to, but I was able to stay, which was great. But that meant that my plans to go and write in Starbucks for 2 hours was out the window. And I wanted to get 3,000 words done. And then we had a family birthday party, chilled out with family for the rest of the evening. So by the time we got home, got the boys ready for bed and they were asleep, I just really didn't want to write. And it was another evening session. They just feel like a killer at the moment. So I was really umming and ahhing as to how hard I push it and whether I skip the day completely. I know I'm ahead in my overall writing goal for the 50,000 words by the end of November. I mean, we can see how quickly that sort of just gets eaten into when you're not sitting down and hitting your daily targets. And this weekend, when I wanted to catch up, I feel like I didn't catch up and that I probably got more behind. It's meant that my first full week, I didn't do the 12,500 words like I wanted to. I mean, I'm not far off, but I didn't hit that. And I was thinking, how hard do I push it? Do I push it for the 12 and a half, which was, I think, just under 3,000 words that I needed? Did I just skip out on the day completely, meaning that not only did I not hit the 12 and a half, but I also didn't hit my goal of writing every day? But just the thought of sitting down at my computer and trying to do 30 minutes writing to either an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of writing to get that all done was just draining. But I come up with the thought that actually the daily writing sessions to me is quite important as a mini goal. More so than the 12 and a half a week, because I know that I had an extra 2 days right at the beginning of November that I did quite a lot. I'm ahead of the track of, if I was to write 1,667 words every day, I know I'm ahead. So I decided to let the 12 and a half every week slide for this week. But I did really want to write. So I just thought, I'm not going to sit at my laptop. What I'm going to do is just write on my phone, because I actually haven't done any phone writing sessions because I know you don't get as many words down when I'm writing on my phone. But it's so convenient and it means that I can just do a little pocket of time here. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get a few words down. And even if that's 100, 200, it's ticking off that I've done this. I didn't get the 12 and a half during that week, but I did get the daily writing. And I'm making progress, even if it's really small, even if I'd have spent that same time on the laptop and could have got double the amount of words. So I sat down yesterday. I didn't film it because I just thought, you know what, that's just another stopping block to getting the words down. So I just sat, chilled for a little bit. I probably ended up writing for 30 minutes, which is actually hilarious. But I'd taken the pressure off, and I think that had felt really good and allowed me to be creative. Just wrote on my phone and I got 800 words, which I don't think is bad for writing on my phone. Hit that daily writing goal that I'd set myself, mini goal. I didn't hit the 12 and a half, obviously, but I'm still ahead, so I just need to remind myself that it is fine, it doesn't matter. I'm still on track. With this morning's writing session, again, I just thought, actually, these evening sessions aren't very productive for me and they feel very draining. So although I was half asleep this morning, and although it was a slower writing session in terms of words on the page, I think it was the better thing to do. So I'm quite happy, and I wrote the scene where he is saying his must-have list, and that was really nice. And I got to look at what I drafted. If you'd seen my vlog where I was planning this book that I'm writing now, I drafted a must-have list for his sister's friend to use as a matchmaker to get him a date. And I drafted a tiny little paragraph of how he would say that to her in this chat that they're having. And I managed to just copy and paste that in and just tweak it slightly, tweak it for the flow, make sure it fit the right vibe. And yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm happy that I've done that scene. Now at 21,000 words in the whole manuscript, which is crazy. I feel like that's flown by. I'm very close though to hitting that 20,000 words in the month of November and unlocking the second reward. I was so set on, no, I've said I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do that. And, you know, I'm going to always sit on my laptop and I'm going to do the 30-minute writing sprints. Actually, sometimes that's so restrictive, and I'm trying to do something creative that I need to let things breathe and I need to be adaptable. So that's what I've done. Hopefully it will work. I need to stop being so restrictive and help myself to be creative. And sometimes that's breaking the rules that you set yourself. That's my thoughts for the day. I'll see you when I see you next. I hit 20,000 words. I've just finished the chapter, so I did 30-minute writing sprint, and then I thought I'm really close to finishing the chapter. I'm going to just carry on and finish that. There was another 500 words. So I have now got my 20,000 word reward. So the words that I've currently written in the month of November stands at 21,299 words. I do want to get another writing sprint in to hit today's writing target, so that will increase. But I thought, whilst I'm having a little break and reset, why not open my 20,000 word reward? Now, this is something that my husband, bless him, bought me maybe a year ago. And he kept going to me, why haven't you opened that? Why don't you open that? Why don't you open that? And I thought, this is the perfect opportunity and reward to open it. So let's do a little opening. Ta-da! It's the mini brand books, and I've got 2 of them. Bless him, he's so good to me, and he was so annoyed that it took so long to open these. I did already have one, and it's up on a little shelf on the windowsill, and my boys love just having a look at them. And yeah, so that's why he bought me some more, so that I could fill out a miniature bookshelf. I just never got around to opening them. Beautiful. So I know from opening one before that this, I think, should be the bookcase. Yeah. So this is like the little bookcase, which I'm not going to assemble now, but I've got the bookcase there. But I might just add them all to the one that I've already got. And then I've got 3 books I can open. Ah, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Cute. And they have, I don't know whether it's like, to look, I can't remember, but inside there is writing, and I don't know whether it's like a little bit of the book, the full, it can't be the full book, surely. I mean, not going to lie, this looks like it's in Spanish or something. So I've got that one. It's cute because that's not one that I've already got. And I actually haven't read any of Colleen Hoover. Oh, I got the twits. I love the twits. And then this one comes with a magnifying glass. Watch me lose that. And then the last one of this pack. Oh, the Vampire Diaries. I love the Vampire Diaries. I've never actually read the book, but I loved the series. Hello. So at the moment, I don't have any duplicates. Fingers crossed, no duplicates. Okay, so another bookcase, of course. I jinxed myself. Another Vampire Diaries. Although, I'm happy with all the duplicates to get. It's a good one. Oh, Stranger Things. That is so funny because the next series is just going to be coming out of Stranger Things. And my husband's been rewatching it and was trying to convince me to rewatch it. And I was like, I don't think I can. But he's been rewatching it and I was like, you just remind me of what's happened. So we'll be watching that soon anyway. So that's so funny. Then last one. Oh, I think I might have this one. Oh, no, I don't. Maybe I've got a different one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which my oldest son absolutely loves. Let's carry on writing. And that is me done for the day. I have just had another writing sprint. I probably did about 45 minutes and got 1,254 words, which means that I'm currently now on, for the month of November, 22,544 words. I'm really happy, and I will show you the graph because I was getting really close to sort of meeting the line of expectation and I really didn't want to dip down below it or start getting onto that line. The high achiever in me wanted to just always be above the line, and with that I bumped up again, so I'm very happy. One thing as well that I did realise this week, that there was this expectation when I came down to do writing sprints to just immediately start writing because of that timer, just to start writing and to get words down on the paper. And I sort of realised that that was causing me a lot of stress, and there were points when I didn't really know what to write, but because the timer was going, I just started writing. For example, when I'm starting a new chapter, I didn't necessarily always know the best place to start that chapter, but I was just writing anyway. I sort of clocked that issue around the weekend, and what I decided to do is actually, when I do sit down to write, not to start the timer straight away, but to give myself some time to sort of think of what I've written, what I want to write, review my scene cards, and just figure out that best part rather than just diving straight in. And since deciding to do that, things have felt a lot better for me. So that's great. It's been a really funny week of writing. I feel like I've ended on a high with today's session, but I was disappointed at the weekend when I didn't hit that 12,500 words written. And then I had to come and sort of reevaluate, do I even need that? I didn't even need that. That was just way above and beyond and putting unnecessary pressure on myself. I was expecting to open the rewards a lot sooner than I did, but I did get to the reward and I'm really happy with that. So fingers crossed I can have a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the Thursday, the 13th of November, which is release day for my new book, which I have here, Whispers That Keep Us. It is small town enemies to lovers rom-com, and it is the second book in the series that I'm writing, and I'm trying to write the end book here. So that's great. If that sounds up your street, go and check that out. The next vlog, we're obviously just going to keep going. We'll be going up to halfway through the challenge, and I'm almost at halfway through the word count goal, which is great. I'm on 45%, my little graph tells me, which is really good. I've been loving tracking. I've been loving rewarding myself for hitting the goals, and I feel like I've just been learning a lot. And the fact that I do set myself some really big tasks, which is fine. This whole challenge is about stretching what is achievable and pushing. But I did set myself some really heavy expectations of like never writing on my phone during this challenge and always writing in pockets of time. And I just have sort of learned that actually, although I can do that as a, yeah, that's a nice to have, I don't need to do that. I can sometimes break those rules that I set myself, and that I can still achieve, and actually sometimes achieve even more when I do that. And I think because this is such a creative thing, that creativity thrives when it is allowed to fly rather than when we restrict it. I'm going to try to remember that in future, but I feel like I will need to remind myself at some point. So fingers crossed we'll have a great week in the next vlog. If you love this sort of content and you're excited to see the next writing vlog, make sure you subscribe and like so that you catch that. And you can always go back and watch my other vlogs to catch up on all of that as well. But that is enough talking from me. I will see you in the next vlog when we start a brand new writing challenge week. Happy reading. See you soon.